Welcome to day 12 of the Inkvent Calendar for 2022. Here's my Diamine Inkvent Calendar and we're looking for day number 12. I can find 13. Where's 12 though? 20? I don't think it wants to be found today. 14, 7, number 2. Maybe there is no 12. Oh, found it. It's right down here, right at the bottom. I was beginning to think there was no day number 12. Let's open the door, see what we've got. Ooh, Memory Lane. Looks a little bit on the dusty purple side if we go by the colour on the label, which is not necessarily the colour of the ink though, is it? So let's have a look at this. Memory Lane. This is a shimmer ink. So what have we got? We've got like a silver shimmer there. What I'll do, just give this a little bit of agitation so you can start seeing that going into suspension. I'm going to fetch in my colouring card. This is a standard card that I use really for all my pens, just so I've got one type of card so I can compare my swatches. Not that a lot of swatches really look like what you see from the nib, but it gives you an idea. So my first tool, this is my Serendipity dip pen with a broad Yoho nib. So we've got here Diamine, Memory Lane. Looks very dusty, like a dusty purple colour at the moment. Inkvent 2022, day 12. Let's do a swatch, we might get a better idea what the actual colour is. So my swatch, I'm using a Pilot Parallels pen. Yeah, a bit like a dusty brown, no, not brown, Gary. It's like a dusty purple, isn't it? Don't know where brown came from. Seems to be quite wet on this swatch. Let me just get a good chunk there in the middle. I'm going to do one more dip. So we get a good amount of ink in the middle. Hopefully you can see that shimmer. And I'm going to do a single pass. There we go. Down the side. I don't know why. Every time I do this single pass, no matter which side I pick, the first one doesn't seem to be very good. I turn it over and then the second side, it seems quite nice. Right, I'm going to take this out of the way and pop it to the side so it's got time to dry. Whilst it's drying, here comes the Endless Recorder Notebook, 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. So we've got day number 12. Memory Lane. There's an immediate swipe. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. Yeah, after a minute, we're nice and dry there. What I've done is I've just reshaken the bottle. I'm just re-dipping in my Serendipity nib. I want to give it the best chance to shine. Just take off some of the worst of the wetness, and then I'll do my sentence. So we don't have grumpy wizards here again. Okay then, grumpy wizards, they've been at it again, haven't they? Let's pop this over to one side, give it time to dry. Whilst that's drying, we'll fetch in Santa's Workshop, my advent calendar for the year. And we're looking for day 12. Where's day 12? I saw it yesterday. I do remember seeing it. Oh, was it the day before? I know I've seen day 12 somewhere, so it's not run off. I just can't find it. Oh, it was right there, right in front of me at the beginning. Day number 12. Let's take a look. What have we got in here? We've got a snowman and we've got a message. Where's the snowman? You know, we've already found him. In here, we've got some dairy milk. That's going to be another bar of chocolate that will vanish very, very quickly. Let's move this out of the way. We'll fetch in the ho 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 bag. This is today's gift from my wife. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, it feels a bit of an unusual shape. Let's take a look. What is it? So in here, we've got Dymo label refills. So what this is, there's actually two in here. I have a label maker. I'm just going to very quickly pull out. This is one of my pen cases. These are all Jinhao pens. So I'd like to make labels so I know what pen is in which slot. I mean, I know they don't exactly fit sometimes, but at least then I've got an idea where my pens are, and when I want a particular pen, I can go and quickly pull it out. I've also got my Star Wars backing on here. So that's going to go, and that'll be used for making labels most probably sometime in the new year. So we've given everything a time to dry. Let's fetch them back in. Here we go. Here's the paper, the Tomoe River paper. What I'm going to do also is fetch in. Oh, I've just thrown the swatch card on the floor. Right, here comes the swatch card. So we'll start looking at this swatch. You know, it's a nice, it's like a dusty purple colour. And then we've got a little bit of that silver shimmer there, but I don't see a lot of it. You know, you can definitely see it's there, but not something I would really write home and say, wow, look at this. Even in the writing here, I'm not seeing a lot of that shimmer. Got nothing where I did my day 12 memory lane. I'm seeing some here where the nib was wet after I'd re-dipped it, but then that soon there, you can see it's trailing off. And I do see a little bit of shading down here on the bottom line. Let's take a look at the chromatography. Different chromatography from some of the others I've been doing. All very pale colours. So I draw the line at the bottom. And you see how pale this is. We've got a very pale pink. We've got a very pale blue. So together I'm guessing that's why it's purple. But I'm not really seeing anything above that little bit of blue. So this one hasn't really gone that far up the paper. Let me go check my other swatches and see if I've got anything similar to this. Let me just straighten this up in my camera. Okay, so I have not many matches. So I've picked out two, but they're not really that close. The first one from last year's Inkvent is Harmony. This one, you know, it's not as purple, it's more on the redder side. Still got that dusty side to it though that I do see here in the memory lane. Then the other one I've got, again, not very similar, but getting close, Van Diemen Twilight Mist. Not quite the same shade of purple. The Van Diemen got more purple, whereas this memory lane, compared to this, has got more pink in it. So it's not something I've got similar matches to, which is nice. It's nice to have different inks. And even a few minutes later, you know, we're still seeing not a lot of that shimmer coming through. So this is Diamine Inkvent 2022, day number 12, Memory Lane.